Hey, this is Jonathan with Big Barks Tech Hub. Hey, I'm just giving a quick video. I've been saying I was going to do a video on where to get jobs, especially if you're learning right now and you just don't have, you're not in the tech industry yet and you're trying to get in. One place I would recommend is actually People Ready. That's like one, it's like a temp agency. They give me, you just go on the app and you just choose when you want to work, if it's available. I did that for weekends for a while now. I actually like it. It's not too bad. It's not the jobs you always want. Some of it's easy jobs. Sometimes it's $15, $20 an hour, but it's not all the time. Sometimes it's short shift, like 5, 6 hours. But if you need the extra money, that could be the extra money to take the CompTIA exam. There you go. It's like $250. Uh, it could be the extra money to do a boot camp per month. Some boot camps have gotten pretty cheap. Most of them started getting away from web development and they started jumping into IT because IT is there's more IT workers needed now than there was before versus web developers. Before it was web developers. Now it's switched a little bit because of network. They need more network engineers. They need more cybersecurity specialists. So that's a big thing that's happening right now. Right now, I'm also on the last course for my certification through Sonoran Desert Institute. Would fly my drone pretty frequent. Been practicing. I'm going to be in the simulator a lot more too. I haven't been in the simulator as much, but I need to. Just trying to do anything I can right now, gather extra money and advance my skills. Uh, with this, I have not bought an FPV, but I do have the DJI Mini S2 SE. I just saw that there was something for the new DJI Mini 5 coming out, so I'm interested in taking a look at that and seeing the cost of that. Maybe it's probably about 250, $300. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's actually a really good price. I hope they have all the accessories that you need right away. They usually do. DJI is very good with that. But mostly this video is spoke because I actually spoke to a couple people. I ended up doing People Ready. Actually, I ended up really liking it because I needed some emergency money, a little bit more, just in case, like for car payment, car insurance. Uh, I'm I switched to True Green. I left Verizon. Now I'm True Green. It's not as many hours, and the sales are a lot easier. It's not as high stress. It's a pretty good company. I'm surprised. But I've worked at People Ready. Most of the jobs, like in Pittsburgh or in a stadium, a lot of the better jobs that are like with better people or a little bit further outside the city. I noticed I have a much better experience right outside the city in the suburban areas. They pay just as much, if not more, and the people there are a little bit more competent. Uh, you don't get as many weird people. I did an old folks home for I think it was like $19 an hour, just doing some dishes and putting them in the machine, and it was really easy because all the staff was really helpful. Then I worked at the stadiums. The stadium was probably the weirdest people I've ever met, but a lot of them are actually pretty nice. Uh, you just the thing is, if you take up some of these jobs, if it's in the city, there's going to be some weird people. There's going to be some mentally ill people. There's going to be scammers. Man, I've dealt with some weird scammy people. I've seen some shady people. I worked for the one company before, and it was Aeromark, and like the one manager, he was kind of shady, and the one he got the one manager fired, and then and then I heard him over talking that he didn't want guys like on the team. He felt like guys flirt with the girls. I was listening to him, and he didn't know I was listening to him, and that's blatant discrimination. If you deal something with that, report them. Like, because People Ready will actually deal with it, and uh, they'll contact the companies through. You may even have to contact that company. But you got to speak to like People Ready or whatever agency you're going through. Because you just sign out with them and go. But if it even says like there's still federal laws they have to deal with, like state laws, like Pennsylvania is an at-will employment state, but if they're dealing with federal laws and they're if it's based on like race, sex, anything like that, it doesn't matter. Like they're in trouble. It's serious. and you have to contact them and tell them what's going on, because they'll either remove that company or remove the manager on whoever it is. Uh, they're pretty strict about that. I remember I worked for a company that I really liked working for. I think it was called Beals, and all I had to do was take off trucks, and everyone was super nice and super helpful. I was like, "Hey, I need help. Like, can I do this for you?" Like, "Hey, we'll just guide you on where to go." They were really good. The only difference is it was a little bit further out, but I think something happened to their account. I got suspended because they didn't pay on time, and how they did their payments, and they were like a week late, and like we took a while to get paid, and we're supposed to get paid that day or the next day. If you use their Wise card, you get paid that day, so later on a day. If you use if you use your own bank account, you get paid the next day, usually around like 12 o'clock or so, depending on the bank it is. So it's a really simple, easy process to get extra money. You don't have to do it all the time. You can just do it whenever. Like sometimes they just want people for concerts. Sometimes they just want people to go to the airport. Sometimes they want people. If you drive, you have a lot more opportunity with it to make more money. If you don't drive, you'll just be bound to the city, which kind of sucks. But the people are better outside the city. That's just what it is. So like I noticed there was most of the places are Velocity and Aeromark in the city. Not every two places are the same. When I worked for Aeromark in the city, I noticed I talked to a couple other people, and they said there's always a problem with the one location at the one that I didn't return to. And sometimes I feel like that's why he didn't want me to return, is because I kind of caught him doing something illegal that he wasn't supposed to be doing. And I guess he didn't think I was going to report it. And I did. I reported it. Who knows what's going to happen to it, but he's blatantly skirting the law, which you're not allowed to do. I noticed there was a couple other jobs. They said during the summer they do some landscaping and stuff. If it's available, I haven't seen any landscaping. Then there's like, you work sometimes at the universities. The universities are actually a lot better. The universities are probably the best to work for because it's just not as much work, and it does its work. It's high pay, and the staff is usually a little bit more friendly, and they are a little bit more competent at like the universities and the colleges, and that's just what it is. There's no changing that. When you go to the stadium, then it's just not as good. So that is a couple things I just want to talk about. I will talk a little bit more later on about the Part 107, but drones will be leaving this channel soon. Actually, excuse me, they'll be posted, but the niche won't be there as much. I'll post videos, but I'll have a different symbol on the videos, and you might see like Big Bark's drone studio. That will be it. I haven't done that channel yet. I'm still working on it. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I haven't had time. Because I've been working, but pretty soon I'm probably not going to be working weekends anymore. I'll be sticking with the job that I have. I've been doing this just to get some of my stuff up. I got a new car. I have to make those payments. I have to do a lot. So, and I still have to do my cybersecurity stuff that I got behind on and get it reset. But my drone classes are almost over, and I just need to concentrate on that. That is the biggest thing, is working on this, because this class is only 5 weeks. I've already started on it. It is pretty simple. I already started doing some of the stuff. That's just a little bit of what it looks like. I can't really show you much, but that's just like how some of the class works with SDI, and they use Canvas just like just about every college does now.
Hello, SDI students. And in this video, we're going to be talking about all of the potential training phases and training program overall for our flight operations department.
So that's a little bit what I'm doing. I'm also doing some AI training. I got a scholarship for African Americans through digital marketing nano degree. I'm just going through all the videos on that too, but mostly concentrating on the drones because this is 5 weeks. If I could finish this in 5 weeks, that'd be cool too. But that's not my. This is not my. My main thing that I'm working on. The stuff with drones and everything are pretty much the main stuff I'm working with. Drone Pilot Academy is another one. That's pretty much all part 107, and I plan on taking that test very soon. So I'm gonna take my part 107 test and get that out of the way. Uh, that was some other AI stuff I was working on. This was the Unity game stuff I was working on. If you just pretty much measure out your day on the things you're doing, you'll do it correctly. That's all you got to do. You just got to spend some time and really work at it. That's it. All right. Well, this is Jonathan at Big Barks Tech Hub. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I showed a little bit about it. This is just getting a part-time job just to do something when you're pretty much you need extra money. You need some extra money while learning the code or learning to work with drones, learning to either do the basics of Unity, like the Unity Essentials, anything with video games, coding, cybersecurity, IT. You need some extra money. Like that's just what it is. A lot of jobs aren't cutting it. I still see jobs in Pittsburgh where people told me they get paid. They may get $15 an hour, but they're only working like 20 hours a week, and that's just what it is. And you need the extra money. You got to find something. Now, the people ready thing isn't for everyone. I'm just going to be honest. It's just not for everyone. Some of the jobs you might not like, you might find a job you like. But some of the people that you have to deal with sometimes, I just could be honest with you, it just kind of sucks. And you just have to roll with it if you're willing to make that extra money. That's what it is. Out of all the places, I think I've only had one job I didn't really care for, where the people were kind of like, just kind of weird. They just kind of stuck together, and they were just kind of weird. They just kind of lived the same lifestyle. They just like that kind of crazy lifestyle, I guess. But that's about it. That's the only place I've worked. Everywhere else was fine. I worked just cleaning trash for $15 an hour for 6 hours. That was fine. I worked in an old folks home for a little bit. That was fine. Did some work at the university. That was great. That was Velocity. Velocity's pretty good with that kind of thing. They said, oh, you could always come back. Just be aware, management does shift with these places. That's pretty much the last thing I have to tell you. The one manager I went to the one place, clicked. It was great. He was an awesome guy. Next time I went with it, it was a different manager because the other guy got the last one fired. He was not good. He was just not the same. So now, like, it's just a little bit better situation. I know jobs to look for and who you can work with. I talk to people all the time that say, like, they'll know and they'll tell you, like, hey, this is actually a good job. Or like, no, why is this job always open? And it's always open because maybe that place just has bad management, and eventually people already just won't do business with them anymore. That's what I talk to. My understanding, they work with these things and they try to get them fixed. Okay, and that's it. I will see you later. I will be moving some of this stuff off into different channels. Like, there'll be coding on one channel, and then everything will still get posted to this channel, but you'll see a different symbol and you'll see a different logo on the bottom. And that's pretty much it. All right, I'll see you guys. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you loved it, subscribe.